back to this Super Bowl, but everything has gone their way, and they search for what would be their second title of the millennium.
And that title, Super Bowl 45 in Dallas, are actually Pittsburgh, a proud franchise continuing to find ways to get to the big game.
The 2023 season has one game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident. I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl is unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. A short throw caught by Andrews. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of the first. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready up.
On 1st and 10, Love escaping the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
A second down throw for Love. Rolling to his right. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown. Aaron Jones, 27 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Love throwing for it. Out to his left. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And the Ravens taking the field. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. In motion, Aguilar. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson now. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
gets into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quinn Walker, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Love now. Steps away. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the... The ball will come out to...
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Javondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now Love. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hill one more time. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They run, it's Hill. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Love sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter two.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he...
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Dancing to his left. Caught by Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Packers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. Love going to throw for it.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
So their 2nd touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick.
And the Ravens are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
81 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for 2.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarter.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin up.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, why we look at the defense? They came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
On the move to his left. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the camp.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl.
Love throwing for it.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Jackson.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Out to his left. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. First down, Love to pass, eluding the pressure right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
It got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Mark Andrews.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, as the first half is winding down.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Ready?
On second down, Love once more. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down.
There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown. Christian Watson with his third touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Packers are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. To pass, here's Jordan Love, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Jackson throw brought in here by Bateman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Jackson options out left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit
And my goodness, another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Throwing. Love. They'll roll him out right. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers just continue to roll.
Here we go.
The Packer offense and Jordan Love staying out there, so they're going to try to go for two.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a lot.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike. And that'll be caught. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He's to the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are able to at least get one score back. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Nixon now from his end zone.
Fight.
Hole as he's brought down at the 11. Christian Watson and the rest of this offense back out now.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Now throw there by Love, pulled in by Reed.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Love.
That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Jaden Reed,
72 yards.
And the Packers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
Love. He'll buy some time right, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, Somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 50 yards. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 16.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's Love.
He finds his man complete. That's Reed. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
1st down going to the air with Love.
He finds his man complete. It's Reed.
Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely.
Bulldozes past him. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Jackson.
And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Nixon now from his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Packers all set to go again. That means we'll see Christian Watson.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Underneath here to Hill. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. To throw is Jackson. Steps away. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they...
And my goodness, another interception.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Hey, report!
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. And I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
After review
So
the
they
play,
called it a touchdown
ruling on the
originally.
field
This will stay a
standing.
touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens come up with a late turnover. But it'll probably only matter to the statisticians as